My name's Ethan Caldwell, and I never thought I'd be the guy typing out family drama for strangers to read. But here I am. About 2 years ago, my life got turned upside down when my marriage to Jenna fell apart. We were hitched for 7 years, and while I ain't perfect, maybe I'm too stubborn, not big on mushy talks, it wasn't all on me. Jenna was the type who'd bend over backwards to make everyone love her, always playing the saint. We just didn't mesh, and the divorce was rough but not exactly a shocker. What blindsided me was how my own family didn't just pick her side, they acted like she was their new son, and I was some stranger they barely knew. It started small, but it stung. My folks, Carol and Jim, my sister Lauren, and my uncle Ray, they all started treating Jenna like she was still part of the clan. Not just being polite, but like I'd been erased. We don't got kids, so it wasn't about co-parenting. They just kept her. First thing I noticed was the family text thread. Used to be me, Mom, Dad, Lauren, and Ray swapping dumb jokes or planning barbecues. Then Jenna's name pops up in it, and suddenly they're all sharing photos from some wine tasting night she hosted. I ain't invited. Don't even get a heads up. Then Lauren posts about a camping trip, and there's Jenna, tagged in the pictures, grinning like she's the family MVP. My phone's blowing up with their messages, but nobody's talking to me. I muted the chat because it was just making my blood boil. Things got weirder when Mom called me a month before Christmas. Her voice was all stern, like she was about to ground me. She says, "Ethan, we don't want any trouble at Christmas. You're welcome, but you gotta behave and not start one of your fights." I'm thinking, what fights? I haven't seen these people since summer. I ask, why am I the problem here? She goes, "You know how you are, always stirring things up. Jenna just wants everyone to get along." I nearly choked. Jenna's coming to Christmas? I say. Mom's like, of course, she's family. She's been a rock for US. I ask, a rock how? And Mom gets all cagey, saying Jenna's been helping with errands, listening to her vent about me not visiting enough. She even says, Jenna's reliable, unlike you. That hit like a punch. I told her, I'd rather eat alone than sit with backstabbers. She hung up on me. Always does when she's done talking. I texted Lauren, hoping she'd have my back. She's usually the peacemaker, but she just says, don't make it a big deal. Jenna's been through a lot. Like I haven't? I called my dad, who's never been one for drama, and he just sighs, says, Jenna's easy to have around. She cooks, she helps out, doesn't ruffle feathers. You and your mom always butt heads. Jenna doesn't. I ask if I should just pretend everything's fine, and he says, maybe skip it this year. Let things cool off. So that's my family telling me to stay away so they can have their perfect holiday with my ex. Christmas rolls around, and I'm at my place, scrolling through my phone. Ray sends a photo of the dinner table, Jenna right in the middle, holding Mom's hand. Everyone smiling. My usual chair's empty. It's like they're saying, we don't need you, Ethan. I'm not mad at Jenna. She's just doing her thing, being the people pleaser she's always been. But my family? They're choosing her because she's easy, never challenges them, never calls out their nonsense. Me, I'm the guy who speaks his mind, tells it like it is. Yes, that makes me the bad guy. So I started keeping a list. Every time Jenna does something that used to be my role, helping Mom with her garden, fixing Ray's truck, planning family outings, I write it down. Every time they loop her into something that should be just us, I note it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it feels like taking back some control. I ain't letting them rewrite my life so Jenna gets to be the golden child. They can have their cozy Christmas with her, but I'm not going down without a fight. I'm done playing nice, and I'm ready to shake things up. If they want to replace me, they're gonna have to deal with the real me first. After that Christmas fiasco, I started seeing things I'd been blind to before. It wasn't just one holiday, my family was slowly swapping me out for Jenna like I was a worn-out part in an old truck. I'm Ethan Caldwell, and I'm still reeling from how my own blood, Mom, Dad, my sister Lauren, and Uncle Ray, decided my ex-wife was a better fit than me. It's not like I was looking for a fight, but the more I paid attention, the more I realized they'd been pushing me out for months, maybe longer. It hit me hardest with the little things. I'd get a text from Lauren about some family barbecue, but then I'd see her post online, and there's Jenna, flipping burgers at Mom's house like she's the one who grew up there. Mom's got a new flower bed out front, and I find out Jenna helped plant it. That used to be my job, hauling dirt and digging holes every spring. Ray's got his pickup running smooth again, and I hear from a cousin it's because Jenna hooked him up with a mechanic friend. Nobody even asked me to take a look, and I've been fixing cars since I was 16. It's like I'm invisible unless they need something, and even then, they're calling Jenna first. The real kicker was the lake house. My grandpa left it to me, Lauren, and Dad in his will, a little cabin up north where we'd fish and grill every summer. I always handled the upkeep, paying taxes, fixing the dock, making sure the place didn't fall apart. But I checked the family email chain one day, and it's all Jenna. She's got a plan to repaint the place, quotes for a new roof, even a schedule for who gets to use it next summer. My name's nowhere in the thread. I'm a co-owner, and they're making decisions without me. I text Dad, ask what's going on, and he says, Jenna's just helping out. You're always so hard to pin down. I call Lauren, and she's like, look, Jenna's got it under control. Mom says you're too busy anyway. Busy? I'm literally on the deed, and nobody's even looping me in. I tried talking to Ray, thinking he'd get it, but he just laughs it off. Jenna's a godsend, Ethan. She's keeping the family together. You should be thankful. Thankful? For my ex taking over my life? Moms know better. She says, if you'd show up more, maybe you'd have a say. I remind her they invited Jenna to Christmas and told me to keep my mouth shut, and she just brushes it off, says I'm making it all about me. It's maddening. Jenna's not even subtle about it. She's got her own key to Mom's house now. A key. She never even liked Mom's cooking when we were married. Then I found out something that really set me off. Mom's always been bad with tech, so I used to set up her online banking, pay her bills, that kind of thing. After the divorce, I kept helping for a bit, but then she tells me Jenna's taken over. I hear from Lauren that Jenna's got Mom's passwords, managing her accounts like it's her job. I call Mom, say, you're letting my ex handle your money? She snaps, Jenna's trustworthy. You're always so suspicious. She makes things easy. I tell her it's a bad idea, and she says, if you're so worried, come help, but only if you can stop arguing. I'm not playing that game. So I started keeping track of everything. Every time Jenna's doing my old chores, every time she's in on family plans I'm cut out of, every time they treat her like the hero and me like a ghost, I write it down. Screenshots, emails, texts, all of it. I'm not sure what I'm building yet, but it's like gathering ammo. They want Jenna because she's easy, never rocks the boat, always says yes. Me? I call it like I see it. I don't nod along when Mom's being unreasonable or let Ray dodge his share of the bills. Yes, that makes me the problem. The final straw was when Dad emails me about the lake house. Says Jenna's got some paperwork for new utility payments, needs my signature. I ask, since when does Jenna handle our bills? He gets all huffy, says, she's the only one who steps up. You're always late. Late? I've paid my share every year, never missed a dime. I tell him I'm not signing anything until I see it, and he loses it, says I'm stirring up trouble. Lauren texts me, says, just sign it, Ethan. Stop making waves. Waves? They're drowning me out, and I'm supposed to smile about it. I'm done being the odd man out. Everywhere I turn, Jen is taking over my place, my family, my responsibilities, my life. I'm not letting them erase me so she can play perfect daughter. They want to hand her the keys to everything? Fine. But I'm not going quietly. I've got my list, my proof, and a fire in my gut. Next move's mine, and it's going to be a big one. I'm Ethan Caldwell, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around how my family, Mom, Dad, my sister Lauren, and Uncle Ray, decided my ex-wife Jenna is more family than I am. It's been a couple months since that Christmas where they invited her and told me to zip it, and the more I look, the more I see how they've been phasing me out. It's not just about holidays or the lake house. It's like I'm a ghost in my own life, and Jenna's the one they call when they need anything. I ain't sitting back anymore. I'm starting to fight, even if it's just me against all of them. The signs are everywhere now, like I'm waking up to a truth I missed for too long. I scroll through Mom's social media, and it's Jenna everywhere, helping her bake pies, fixing her porch swing, even teaching her how to use some new app. Mom used to call me for that stuff, but now? Nothing. Lauren's got a new dog, and I find out Jenna was there helping pick it out. Ray's got a new fishing buddy, and surprise, it's Jenna, posting pictures from the lake like she's been part of the family forever. I text Ray, ask why I'm not invited, and he says, Jenna's just around more. Man, you're always so tied up. Tied up? I'm right here, same as always. The lake house mess keeps eating at me. That place is mine, Lauren's, and Dad's, left to us by Grandpa. I've always paid my share, fixed leaks, mowed the grass. Now Jenna's running the show, planning upgrades, booking weekends, acting like she owns it. I check the email chain again, and she's emailing contractors, talking about new windows, without even copying me. I call Dad, say, why is Jenna making calls on our property? He says, she's organized, Ethan. You're always so hard to reach. I tell him I'm a co-owner, not some stranger, and he just mumbles, don't make it a big deal. Lauren's no help either. She says, Jenna's just doing what needs doing. You've been checked out. Checked out? I'm the one who's been shut out. Then there's Mom's finances. I used to handle her bills, set up her online payments, keep things straight. Now Jenna's got her login details, paying her utilities, even helping with her taxes. I find this out from Ray, who lets it slip like it's no big thing. I call Mom, say, you're letting Jenna into your bank accounts? She gets mad, says, she's dependable. You're always picking fights. I tell her it's reckless, letting my ex have that kind of access, and she says, if you cared, you'd help instead of complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm trying to protect her. But she don't see it that way. I'm keeping my list longer now, jotting down every time Jenna takes over something that was mine. Every text where they praise her, every photo where she's front and center, every plan they make without me. It's not just about being petty. It's about proving I'm not crazy. They're rewriting my place in the family, and I'm not letting it slide. I screenshot everything. Jenna's emails about the lake house, Mom's posts about her new helper, Lauren's text saying Jenna's less drama. Less drama? I'm the one who tells the truth, who doesn't let Mom steamroll everyone or Ray dodge his responsibilities. Jenna just smiles and agrees, and they eat it up. The last straw came when Lauren sends me a text about the lake house. Says Jenna's got a new payment plan for the taxes, needs my okay. I ask, why is Jenna handling our taxes? Lauren says, she's the only one who follows through. You're always behind. Behind? I've never missed a payment. I tell her I'm not signing nothing until I see every detail, and she gets snippy, says, "Why do you always make things hard?" I drive to her place to talk face to face, and she's acting like I'm the one causing trouble. Says, "Jen is just helping. You're turning it into a war." A war? They're the ones cutting me out. I'm done being the guy they ignore. Jenna's got her claws in everything: mom's house, the lake house, even their trust. My family's choosing her because she's easy, never pushes back, always plays the good guy. Me? I'm the one who calls out the nonsense, who doesn't let things slide. That makes me the bad guy, I guess. But I'm not backing down. I've got my proof, my receipts, and a plan starting to form. They want to play favorites? Fine. But I'm about to remind them who I am, and it's going to shake their cozy little world. I'm Ethan Caldwell, and I've had enough of my family treating me like I'm some nobody while my ex-wife Jenna gets the red carpet treatment. Mom, Dad, my sister Lauren, and Uncle Ray, they've been acting like Jen is their new favorite, and I'm just a problem they'd rather forget. It's been a few months since that Christmas where they chose her over me, and I'm done sitting quiet. I've been keeping track of every time they let Jenna take my place, and now I'm ready to push back. Hard. This ain't about revenge. It's about making sure they can't erase me from my own life. The way they've been carrying on, it's like I'm not even part of the family anymore. I see Mom posting about a new quilt she made, and there's Jenna helping her stitch it. That used to be our thing, me driving her to the fabric store, hauling her sewing machine. Lauren's got a birthday coming up, and I hear from a cousin that Jenna's planning the party. Nobody even asks if I want to chip in. Ray's got a new boat, and who's out there with him on the water? Jenna, of course, tagged in his photos like she's his new best friend. I text him, ask what's up, and he says, "She's just fun to have around." Ethan, you're always so serious. Serious? I'm just trying to hold on to what's mine. The lake house is still the sorest spot. That cabin's in my name, alongside Dad and Lauren, but Jen is acting like she's the landlord. I dig through more emails and find her sending out schedules for who gets the place when, even talking about renting it out for extra cash. I'm not even copied on these messages. I call Lauren, say, "Why is Jenna calling shots on our property?" She sighs, says, "She's just helping." Ethan, you never answer your phone. I tell her I'm a co-owner, not some deadbeat, and she says, "Mom thinks it's easier with Jenna." You're always arguing. I'm arguing because they're cutting me out. Then there's Mom's money. I find out from Dad that Jenna's not just handling her bills, she's got access to Mom's savings account now. Savings. I used to help with her checking, make sure she didn't get scammed. But this? I call Mom, say, "You're letting Jenna into your savings?" She gets all defensive, says she's careful. Unlike you. You're always so negative. I tell her it's dangerous, giving my ex that kind of power, and she says, "If you're so worried, come over and help, but don't start a fight." I ain't starting fights. I'm trying to keep things straight. My list of grievances is getting longer every day. I'm saving every email, every text, every social media post where Jen is playing family hero. It's not just about the lake house or Mom's money. It's every little way they're replacing me. Jenna helping Ray fix his fence. Jenna bringing groceries to Mom. Jenna organizing Dad's golf trip. I'm the one who used to do those things, but now I'm out, and she's in. They love her because she's easy, never says no, never makes them think twice. Me? I call out Mom when she's being unfair, tell Ray to pay his share, push back when things ain't right. Yes, that makes me the bad guy. The breaking point came when Dad calls about the lake house again. Says Jenna's got a new deal with the power company, needs my signature to switch accounts. I ask, "Why's Jenna handling our utilities?" He says, "She's reliable." You're always dragging your feet. Dragging my feet? I've paid every bill on time. I tell him I'm not signing until I see every document, and he gets mad, says, "You're making this harder than it needs to be." I drive to his place to talk, and he's acting like I'm the one causing trouble. Says, "Jenna's just trying to help. Why can't you let things be?" Let things be? They're stealing my place in my own family. I'm through being pushed aside. I tell Dad I'm not signing nothing until they start treating me like family again. He says I'm being selfish, but I'm not the one handing my ex the keys to everything. Jenna's got her hands in Mom's money, the lake house, even their trust. My family's choosing her because she's a yes man, and I'm the guy who says what's what. I'm not letting them rewrite my life so she can be the star. I've got my evidence, my plan, and a fire burning in me. They want to play this game? I'm about to change the rules, and they ain't gonna like it. I'm Ethan Caldwell, and I'm at the end of my rope with my family, Mom, Dad, my sister Lauren, and Uncle Ray, treating my ex-wife Jenna like she's the golden child while I'm left out in the cold. They've been letting her take over everything, from Mom's finances to our lake house, and I'm done being the invisible man. I've got a stack of proof, texts, emails, screenshots, showing how they've pushed me out, and I'm ready to make them face the music. This ain't about starting a war. It's about making them see they can't just replace me and expect me to roll over. I decide it's time for a showdown. I text the family group chat, the one Jenna ain't in, and say we need to meet about the lake house, Mom's accounts, and all the ways they've been sidelining me. Lauren replies, "Only if you're not just gonna yell." Ray says, "This better not be a waste of time." Dad's silent, and Mom just says, "Don't make a scene." I tell them I'm bringing every piece of evidence I've got, and I want answers. I set the meeting at Dad's house, neutral ground, and spend the night before organizing my folder, every email where Jen is making lake house plans, Every post where she's doing my old chores. Every text where they act like I'm the problem. The meeting's tense from the start. I lay out my case, calm but firm. I say, Jen is not a co-owner of the lake house. She don't get to make decisions. She shouldn't be touching Mom's accounts either. I show them the emails where Jen is calling contractors, the texts where they praise her and ignore me, the proof I've paid my share every year. I say, I'm not signing anything until you start treating me like family, not some stranger. Mom snaps, you're blowing this out of proportion. Jen is just helping because you're never here. I say, I'm not here because you push me out and invite my ex to take my place. Ray jumps in, says, Jenna makes things smooth. You're always picking fights. I tell him, smooth for who? For you, because she never calls you out? I'm the one keeping it real. Lauren's quiet, but I can tell she's uneasy. She finally says, this is getting weird. Why is Jenna so involved? Mom gets mad, says, because she cares, unlike Ethan. That stings, but I don't back down. I say, if you keep letting Jenna run things, I'll have to lock down the lake house accounts and get a lawyer. Dad scoffs, says, you wouldn't do that to us. I say, you've already done it to me. So what's the difference? Things get loud. Mom's yelling about how I'm selfish, Ray's saying I'm making drama, and I'm holding my ground, showing them every screenshot where they cut me out. Lauren slams her hand on the table, says, this is our family, not Jenna's. It's gone too far. Mom storms out, saying she's done. Ray tries to leave, but I block him, say, you don't get to run from this. He pushes past me, muttering about how I'm tearing everyone apart. Lauren stays, looks at me, says, I didn't realize how bad it got. I should have said something. I tell her, you still can. I leave that meeting feeling raw but alive. They're mad, but for the first time, they're listening. I ain't just a ghost anymore. I tell them I want clear rules. Jen is out of family business, and I'm back in. They don't agree, not yet, but I've got their attention. I'm not bluffing about the lawyer or the accounts, and they know it. I'm done letting them walk over me. They want Jenna's easy way? They're gonna have to deal with my hard truth first. I'm Ethan Caldwell, and after that heated family meeting, I'm waiting to see if Mom, Dad, Lauren, or Uncle Ray will finally get it through their heads that they can't keep treating me like I don't exist while Jenna runs the show. I laid it all out, my proof, my anger, my line in the sand, and now it's on them to decide what's next. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm also not backing down. I've got my evidence, my rights to the lake house, and a fire in me that ain't going out. This is about taking back my place, not just blowing things up. A few days pass, and it's quiet. No texts, no calls, just the usual social media posts from Mom about her garden or Ray's fishing trips, but Jenna's name's still all over them. I'm starting to think they're just gonna ignore me, hope I fade away. Then Lauren calls. She's hesitant, says, I looked at the stuff you showed us. It's messed up, Ethan. I didn't see how much we were leaving you out. I ask why she didn't speak up before, and she says, it was easier to go along. She's nice, you know? She doesn't make waves. I say, nice don't mean she gets to take my place. Lauren agrees, says she's ready to help fix it. I tell her I want Jenna out of the lake house business and Mom's accounts, and I want to say in family stuff again. Lauren says she'll talk to Dad, but Mom and Ray are gonna be tough. I say, they don't have a choice. I'm not signing nothing until things change. She sighs, says, I know, but it's gonna be a fight. I tell her I'm ready. Then Dad texts, says he wants to meet, just me and him. I agree, but I bring my folder, just in case. At his place, he's calmer than I expect. Says, I didn't realize how it looked, Ethan. We weren't trying to push you out. I show him the emails, the texts, the proof. He looks tired, says, Jenna just stepped in, and we let it happen. It was easier. I say, easier ain't fair. He asks what I want, and I lay it out. Jen is out of family business, and I'm back in. No more decisions without me. No more giving her access to Mom's money or our property. He nods, says he'll talk to Mom, but she's stubborn. I say, I'm stubborn too, and I've got the law on my side. He don't argue, just says, let's try to keep this civil. I agree, but I'm not budging. Later, Ray calls, still mad. Says I'm making everyone miserable. I tell him, you made me miserable first. You want the lake house? You deal with me, not Jenna. He hangs up, but I can tell he's rattled. Mom's the holdout. She texts, says I'm being cruel, that Jenna's been a blessing. I reply, I'm your son, not her. You want my help, you talk to me. She don't respond, but Lauren says Mom's starting to crack, admitting she leaned on Jenna too much. I ain't celebrating yet, but it's something. I keep my list updated, watching for any sign they're still looping Jenna in. I'm not just fighting for the lake house or the accounts, I'm fighting for respect. They chose easy over family, and I'm making them see the cost. It's slow, but I'm starting to feel like I'm not just shouting into the void anymore. I'm Ethan Caldwell, and it's been a week since I started pushing back against my family, Mom, Dad, Lauren, and Uncle Ray, for letting my ex-wife Jenna take over my place in their lives. I showed them the proof, drew my line, and now things are shifting, not perfect, but different. I didn't want to burn it all down like I thought I might. Instead, I'm building something new, setting boundaries, and making sure they know I'm not invisible anymore. This is my story's end, for now, and it's about finding my footing, not just winning a fight. After my talks with Lauren and Dad, things started moving. Lauren stepped up, told Mom and Ray we need to keep family business in the family. Dad backed her, said Jen is out of the lake house decisions and Mom's accounts. I went to the bank myself, got my name back on Mom's checking and made sure Jenna's access was cut off. I called the lake house management, set up a new system where all three co-owners, me, Dad, and Lauren, have to sign off on changes. No more Jenna sneaking in. I sent the family an email, clear as day. Jen is not on the deed, not in the accounts, not in our business. You want to move forward, you deal with me. Mom was the last to come around. She called, voice shaky, said, I didn't mean to hurt you, Ethan. Jenna was just there, and I was struggling. I told her, I'm your son. You need help, you call me, not my ex. She cried, said she'd try, but I ain't holding my breath for miracles. Ray's still grumbling, but he signed the new lake house rules, muttering about how I made everything complicated. I said, complicated's better than erased. Lauren's been my rock, checking in, making sure we stick to the plan. She even apologized for staying quiet too long. Jenna tried reaching out, sent a text saying, I didn't mean to cause trouble. I just wanted to help. I didn't reply. She's not the villain here. She's just doing what she always did, making herself needed. My family's the ones who let her in, and they're the ones I'm holding accountable. I saw Mom's latest post, a picture of her garden, no Jenna in sight. Ray's fishing trip was just him and Dad. Small wins, but they mean something. The lake house is booked for next summer, and my name's on the schedule, not hers. I'm not gonna lie, it's still raw. I don't know what next Christmas will look like, but I know I won't be sitting alone while Jenna takes my chair. I didn't have to go to a lawyer or freeze accounts, but I was ready to. Instead, I got my family to listen, to see me again. They wanted easy, but I gave them truth, and it's starting to stick. I'm not the bad guy, and I'm not the hero either, just a guy who refused to be forgotten. If you're in a spot like mine, don't just take it. Show up, speak up, and don't let them redraw your life without you. Sometimes you gotta be the loud one to remind them who you are. That's my line, and I'm holding it.